that first appointment where you got the diagnosis, you then had to go home.
Mm-hmm.
How did you tell your family?
That was the hardest. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Sorry. I suppose for me, your parents, you're always their child no matter what age you are. And that day I went home.
Oh, yes, you will be forever.
Forever. But that day I had to go home, and my friend brought me down in the car, and I said, this is going to be they're never going to relax for the rest of their lives. They're going to worry about me in a way they should never have to. And I broke it to them. I stayed positive throughout. I didn't shed a tear. I didn't shed a tear all that day. I was going around like I was told I was getting a toenail removed. It wasn't sinking in properly. My mind was racing, but I sat down and I just tried to ground myself before they came in, and I told them, and from the offset they were fantastic. You'll be fine, you're tough out, you'll get through this, there'll be no fear of you. And I kept that up with them always. I was always very positive around them. But that is the toughest, is telling your family, because they can't do anything for you. They can support you, but this is your struggle. You have to deal with the mental side of it, the physical side of it. They can't help you on your journey in that sense. So they feel, I suppose, they just can't help you out in that.
Yes.
And that's hard.
Did you give them some indication that you were expecting bad news before you went
No.
to the clinic?
No.
You were keeping that absolutely to yourself.
I shared it with friends, but I didn't tell my family.
Yeah.
I didn't want to worry them unnecessarily.
Okay. Now, Audrey, if I had been fortunate enough to be your GP at that time, what could I, as a general practitioner, have done to help your family or to help you? Or would it have been intrusive if I'd rung you up or if I'd invited you in for a consultation? Is there anything that we can do, or is it something that is much better left to the individual, knowing, of course, that you are a very able individual?
I think I would be nervous about a GP saying something to my parents that would worry them. Like, my prognosis was good, and I was able to give them all the positives to keep them positive. But my fear would be somebody saying something that would worry them. I know on one occasion I spoke to my surgeon or my oncologist, and he was very positive. He said the type I had was great. It was estrogen, progesterone positive, HER2 negative, no lymph node involvement, caught very early. I was saying yes, 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 yes. And as I got up to walk and turned around, he said, but because of your younger age, there's a bigger chance it'll come back again. And that's all I took out the door. So you really have to be so careful what you tell a person, because they're watching your face, they're listening to your language. You're so sensitive to everything that's been told to you. And out of all the positives he gave me, that was the one thing I took out the door.
Yes.
Yeah.